Up Ashland, Portsmouth, USA, a Total Media Group station.
Swinging a high fly ball. They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
Holy cow! And here he goes!
It's time to step across the line with James Collier as he takes you inside the octagon of sports. With the latest from the world of sports, the scores, interviews, and the hardest-hitting analysis in the business. Let's step into the octagon of sports.
Let's go!
With your host, James Collier.
And welcome into Across the Line on the Total Media Sports Network. As we get into the college football playoffs, final four teams are in. We'll look at all the breakdown from the New Year's 6 bowl games, and as we get closer to the national championship, we'll look at each one of those as we go through. NFL Week 18, as the final week of the regular season goes, with a lot of shuffling still to go. Still number one seeds on the line in both conferences, but we pretty much have a better idea of what teams are at least in. It's just the overall seedings is what we've got to come out of it from there. We'll take a look at all the games coming up throughout the weekend as we get ready to go into the NFL playoffs starting next week. Plus the Border Sporting Goods Rant of the Week a little bit later on in the show. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back. We'll dig into the college football playoffs as we continue our coverage here on Across the Line on the Total Media Sports Network.
Tired of gas prices draining your wallet faster than your tank?
Download the Clark's Pump and Shop Rewards app. Earn discounts on gas, breakfast sandwiches, drinks, and more.
Fuel up, snack up, save up with Clark's Rewards. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel. My place for the game?
Zach, you never have food.
I'm going to Clark's Pump and Shop. I'm loading up on crispy crunchy chicken, Hanger 54 pizza, and chips.
Well then, I'm in. And way to support the family business.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family, because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Tax season is here, and Borders Sporting Goods has the best deals available to get all your fishing needs ready to go for the upcoming season. Borders features rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make sure your next trip on the water is a success. Borders has baits in every size and style with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Hungry for flavor that hits the spot? Red's Place in the Meade Station Plaza has been serving Ashland for 7 years, and they're just getting started. From fan-favorite stuffed mushrooms to hand-patty burgers like the Red's Loaded Burger to jumbo wings tossed in your choice of 20 sauces, you'll taste the difference every time. At Red's Place, it's more than great food. It's personalized service that makes you feel right at home. Red's Place, 8130 Route 60 in Ashland. Find them on Facebook and taste the tradition.
This is Across the Line with James Collier on the Total Media Sports Network and 105.7 WLGC.
Back here on Across the Line on the Total Media Sports Network as we dig into the first 2 playoff games that happened. As it started first on New Year's Eve, and it was the defending champs and the number 2 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes getting the 10th seeded Miami Hurricanes. And again, Miami, a team that kind of got the luck of the draw, will some say, but either way, they've certainly shown that they are rightfully so in this mixture of the teams that are there. And the biggest question becomes of the past games that we just saw here were the teams that have received automatic buys, the first 4 top-seeded teams, and now 2 seasons into the college football playoffs. Of the 8 games that have played, the teams receiving the automatic buys are 1-7. Indiana getting the only win over the first 2 years, and a hefty win over Alabama. But now the question becomes is there a disadvantage of these teams that are getting the top 4 seeds of basically just getting to have to sit idle for too long. And then the team that they have to face, they've played a team earlier, about a week prior, 10 days or so, and then all of a sudden now you've got to try to ramp it back up against stiff competition. And I don't know. It's certainly not looked good for the top 4 seeds, and for Ohio State, down 14-0 at the half. They got on the scoreboard out of the locker room, made it 14-7. Miami puts it back to a 10-point lead at 17-7 after 3. Each team's trade touchdowns in the fourth quarter, but it was the final touchdown there in that last drive by Miami, a 10-play, 70-yard drive, 5 minutes of time of possession, and it was one of those deals that you almost thought that maybe Ohio State was just going to let them score to try to get the ball back, but you're kind of trying to hope that you could hold them to 3. But either way, this was a game that was pretty much in control by Miami throughout. You look at the numbers, Carson Beck, and I've just talked about this so much this year, when Carson Beck doesn't do anything to give the other team an opportunity to excel, that's when Miami's at their best. And in this game, 19 of 26, 138 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. If you can get that out of Carson Beck each night, I think Miami does a lot of things in this playoff. On the other side, you have Julian Sayin from Ohio State, who threw 2 interceptions, one of those going to the house for a pick 6. So, it's one of those deals that when you get to the most meaningful football of the year, you can't be giving away easy points, and especially when you're throwing the ball to the wrong team and they're going to the other way. So, Jeremiah Smith was big in this game, but a lot of this was late. 7 catches for 157. He did have the touchdown there in the second half. But if you're Ohio State, the question becomes, are you content with this season? You beat Michigan, and then you got beat by Indiana in the Big Ten championship game, and then get absolutely roasted by Miami in the Cotton Bowl. So, there's a lot of antics there that you look at and you say which one is which. But if you're a Buckeye fan, do you consider this year a successful year? Simply because you beat Michigan. So, I don't know. I like Miami. I think that they're doing some really good things right now. And I think they're a team that, again, sizes up with their opponent, which is going to be Ole Miss. And I've said this from the very beginning. Miami has an opportunity to do something very special this year, and that's play for a national championship on their home field. And what a crazy thing that would be if that would happen. But they certainly have an opportunity to do so with the way that they're playing right now, playing obviously their best football of the year, but a 24-14 win over the Ohio State Buckeyes. In the Orange Bowl, this was the first game of the 3 on New Year's Day, and Oregon basically just ran past Texas Tech. Texas Tech, I don't even think, has figured out that the game started yet. 23-0 in this one. It was 6-0 Ducks at the half. They got 7 in the third, 10 in the fourth. And this Ducks team, again, they're going to face the team that is the only blemish on their record this year, and that's Indiana. They were 3rd at the time. Indiana was 7th. It was week 5 or 6 when it happened. And the big thing is that you've got Indiana that looks the part, and you've got a Ducks team that played them super tight, probably the best game that they had all season long. And this Ducks team, again, a 5 seed, and it's one of those deals of nobody is looking past Oregon, and that includes Indiana. But Dante Moore, 26 of 33, 234. No touchdowns, had the interception, but Jordan Davidson got in the end zone twice in the rushing attack. That's the big thing, is that Oregon has to be able to control the pace of the game and play at the speed that they want to play. It was funny in the first part of the game. the chain gang, the referees and the officials on the sideline were actually yelling at the guys in the chain gang. They couldn't keep up with Oregon's pace, and it was slowing down the game. Oregon wanted to go quick, and they couldn't snap the ball until the chains were set. So they were constantly barking at the officials on the sideline, listen, you've got to keep up because we want to go quick. And I think that's something that Oregon is going to try to do, is try to keep the pace of the game at a frantic pace to try to keep Indiana off balance. But Indiana certainly looked the part with the way they dismantled Alabama in this game. But Oregon got 2 interceptions in the game, which is huge. And again, when you get at this point of the year, when you get a takeaway, especially in key moments, it really sets the tone for what everybody's going to try to do within this game. But Oregon, I expected Oregon to win. I did not expect Oregon to win like this. Texas Tech didn't even put up a fight, and it says very little for the Big 12. This was your champion, and this is what you get. So either way, Oregon's on to the Final Four of the college football playoffs after last year, being that top seed, having to wait for Ohio State, and then all of a sudden they're running into a hot team at that point. So we'll see how things play out. But Oregon's a team that certainly is going to like their opportunities to get back a game that just slipped away from them. Back at like I said, it was early in the season, back whenever they played. It was Saturday, October the 11th. It was week 6. They lost 30-20 in that game. But again, a lot of football has played from there, and this one's going to be a big-time showdown between 2 good teams. One of these teams is going to go represent the Big Ten for the national championship game. The question is, who are they going to represent it against? Is it going to be an SEC team, or is it going to be the ACC? So we'll see how things play out. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll look at our other 2 games, and then we'll take a look at NFL football. That's as we continue here across the line on the Total Media Sports Network.
Primary Plus is your home for quality, advanced, affordable health care, offering family health, OBGYN, counseling, dental, diabetes management, patient-centered medical home, school-based health services, and a pharmacy. Primary Plus also offers the COVID-19 vaccine. Primary Plus with locations in Ashland, Vanceburg, South Shore, Grayson, Tollsboro, Maysville, Flemingsburg, and now in Moorhead. Online, primaryplus.net. For quality, advanced, affordable health care, come to Primary Plus. Again, online, primaryplus.net.
Tax season is here, and Borders Sporting Goods has the best deals available to get all your fishing needs ready to go for the upcoming season. Borders features rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make sure your next trip on the water is a success. Borders has baits in every size and style with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Tired of gas prices draining your wallet faster than your tank?
Download the Clark's Pump and Shop Rewards app. Earn discounts on gas, breakfast sandwiches, drinks, and more.
Fuel up, snack up, save up with Clark's Rewards. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel. My place for the game?
Zach, you never have food.
I'm going to Clark's Pump and Shop. I'm loading up on crispy crunchy chicken, Hanger 54 pizza, and chips.
Well then, I'm in. And way to support the family business.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family, because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Sports scores, interviews, and more. This is Across the Line with James Collier on the Total Media Sports Network and 105.7 WLDC.
Back on Across the Line on the Total Media Sports Network. Let's take a look at our other two games from the college football playoffs quarterfinals, as it was Indiana, top team in the nation, against number 9 Alabama, and Alabama just got taken to the woodshed. Again, there was only one of the 4 games that played in the quarterfinals round that was what you would maybe consider a decent football game. Miami pretty much took it to Ohio State for about 3/4 of that football game. Ohio State did find a little bit there out of the locker room to get on the scoreboard, but other than that, that was about it. But this game, it was scoreless after 1. Indiana put 17 on the board, but going to the locker room. Alabama gets on the scoreboard with 3 points in a third, but then they give up 21 points and get demolished 38-3. This was a game that was all about Indiana and a little less about Alabama. And I think if you're an Alabama fan, you've got questions about the direction that your program is headed. And is Kalen DeBoer really the guy that you need to succeed Nick Saban of keeping Alabama at the head of the class in the SEC? And I just don't know if it's the case. They went through 3 quarterbacks in this one. Mostly Austin Mack, Ty Simpson split the difference between the two. Neither one of them threw a touchdown. They barely threw for 160, right at 170 yards total. Austin Mack threw for 103. Ty Simpson threw for 67. They only rushed for 23 yards in the football game. That's domination. On the other side, the Heisman Trophy winner, Fernando Mendoza, 14 of 16, 192, 3 touchdowns. And I mean, that guy, he is playing at another level right now. He got a couple of rushing touchdowns. Indiana rushed 50 times for 215 total yards. They just lined it up and said, "Here, Alabama, stop it if you can," and they couldn't. 50 carries for 215 yards. It's averaging 4.3 a carry. You don't have to be a math major to figure out 3 of those right there is a first down. Had 2 guys almost get 100 yards. Keon Black was 15 for 99. He had a touchdown. And then Roman Hemby, 18 for 89. He also had a touchdown. They scattered the ball across the field when they needed to in the passing attack. Charlie Becker, 2 catches for 51, a touchdown. Omar Cooper, 3 for 45 with a touchdown. And then Elijah Sarrett, 4 for 40 and a touchdown. So, you look at it on paper and you kind of say, what did you expect from this one? I don't think anybody expected Indiana to beat Alabama 38-3. And Indiana was the only team, like I said, that held suit for the higher seed. They're the only automatic qualifier, or automatic first-round bye, I guess I should say, of the top 4 seeds over the first 2 years that's gotten a victory. But whatever Kurt Cignetti is doing, it is certainly working with his team. And right now, I mean, they are the top team in the nation, and rightfully so. They look the part. So now they've got a big game with Oregon for a trip to the national championship game. And I don't think that it's going to be a foregone conclusion of a runaway by any chance, but I think it's going to be a really good football game. The one game that was a really competitive game was the showdown of the 2 SEC teams, number 6 Ole Miss and number 3 Georgia. Ole Miss scored 12 points in the first half. Georgia got 21 in the second quarter. They led it 21-12 at the half. And then Ole Miss outscores Georgia 27-13 in the second half, including 20 fourth quarter points. And, you kind of have to look at it and say, where did things go wrong for Georgia? Gunnar Stockton, 18 of 31, 203 yards, a touchdown. The touchdown we saw, he also ran for another one. Actually ran for 2, to be honest, but he stood in the pocket and just absolutely got demolished to deliver a ball into the end zone for the touchdown. But on the other side of it, Trinidad Chambliss threw for 362 yards and 2 touchdowns. The most important thing, no interceptions either way. But the most important part was Ole Miss was able to sustain, and they found an answer late. And this is a Georgia team that, again, had this one in the kind of almost to the point it was put to bed, and they couldn't finish it. You look at, where this thing was, 21-12 at the half. Ole Miss gets a third quarter touchdown right out of the gate, makes it a 2-point game. Georgia gets a field goal. Ole Miss then responds with a touchdown to start the fourth quarter. They take the lead, push it out to 10. Then Georgia ties the game at 34. And then you get a field goal from Ole Miss to take the lead with 6 seconds to go, and then them getting a safety that pushes it out to where it was. 39-34 is your final score. So where that puts us now for the Final Four with the college football playoffs is we get 2 really good matchups for a trip to Miami on January the 19th. In the Chick-fil-A, actually, let's look at it first. On January the 8th at 7:30 is the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. Number 6 Ole Miss, number 10 Miami. Miami a 3.5-point favorite in this game as the 10 seed. I like Miami to win this football game by a score. And then in the other game on the 9th at 7:30 in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, number 1 Indiana, number 5 Oregon in a rematch of Week 6. Indiana 4-point favorite. I think this is going to be a back-and-forth effort, but I do like Indiana to represent the Big Ten in the national championship. So give me Miami and Indiana to play for all the marbles in college football on January the 19th. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll dig into the NFL final week of the regular season as we continue here on Across the Line on the Total Media Sports Network.
Hungry for flavor that hits the spot? Red's Place in the Meade Station Plaza has been serving Ashland for 7 years, and they're just getting started. From fan-favorite stuffed mushrooms to hand-patty burgers like the Red's Loaded Burger to jumbo wings tossed in your choice of 20 sauces, you'll taste the difference every time. At Red's Place, it's more than great food. It's personalized service that makes you feel right at home. Red's Place, 8130 Route 60 in Ashland. Find them on Facebook and taste the tradition.
Tax season is here, and Borders Sporting Goods has the best deals available to get all your fishing needs ready to go for the upcoming season. Borders features rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luz, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make sure your next trip on the water is a success. Borders has baits in every size and style with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Tired of gas prices draining your wallet faster than your tank?
Download the Clark's Pump and Shop Rewards app. Earn discounts on gas, breakfast sandwiches, drinks, and more.
Fuel up, snack up, save up with Clark's Rewards. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel. My place for the game?
Zach, you never have food.
I'm going to Clark's Pump and Shop. I'm loading up on crispy crunchy chicken, Hanger 54 pizza, and chips.
Well then, I'm in. And way to support the family business.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Primary Plus is your home for quality, advanced, affordable health care, offering family health, OBGYN, counseling, dental, diabetes management, patient-centered medical homes, school-based health services, and a pharmacy. Primary Plus also offers the COVID-19 vaccine. Primary Plus with locations in Ashland, Vanceburg, South Shore, Grayson, Tollsboro, Maysville, Flemingsburg, and now in Moorhead. Online, primaryplus.net. For quality, advanced, affordable health care, come to Primary Plus. Again, online, primaryplus.net.
Kicking off your sports Saturday with Across the Line, right here on the Total Media Sports Network at 105.7 WLGC.
Back on Across the Line on the Total Media Sports Network. Let's dive into the NFL as we get Week 18, final week of the regular season, with still a lot of shuffling to do of the teams that are in. We pretty much know who's in. It's just the question is, who's going to be the number 1 seed and who's going to be playing whom next week in the wild card round. All right, 2 games today at 4:30. Panthers are at the Bucks. And then tonight at 8, Seahawks 49ers in an epic NFC game. A lot on the line on that one, including the number 1 seed. Seahawks win, they're 1. The 49ers can get the 1 seed. But this is a big one here in Santa Clara for the 49ers. And again, with the Super Bowl this year, Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara at Levi Stadium, the 49ers have an opportunity to clinch the 1 seed, and they could stay home all the way through the Super Bowl. That is a possibility. So we'll see how things work out. But Brock Purdy, he looks healthy, as does Christian McCaffrey. He's been a big addition to that piece of the puzzle, especially when Purdy was hurt. Mac Jones was kind of filling in. McCaffrey was huge. The big question is the health of George Kittle. He's a difference maker for that team. On the other side of it, for the Seahawks, Sam Darnold, what a season that he's had. Just shy of 4,000 yards on the season. And a lot of that's been because of Jackson Smith and Jigba. 113 catches, 1,700 plus yards, 10 touchdowns on the season. Just a guy that has really found his way in Seattle. But this one's a huge game that, again, Seattle's been big on the road this year, 7-1 on the road. So we'll see how things play out, but a really big one there on Saturday Night Football. That game will be on ABC and ESPN. Sunday games, it's the 1 o'clock hour. Saints at the Falcons. Browns are at the Bengals. Packers at the Vikings. Cowboys are at the Giants. Titans at the Jaguars. Colts at the Texans. A big one right there for Houston, who has probably become one of the hottest teams in all of football with the way that they've been playing. In the 4 o'clock hour, Dolphins are at the Patriots. Patriots still with a chance at the 1 seed in the AFC. Jets are at the Bills. Lions are at the Bears. Chargers at the Broncos. And Broncos, they will be sitting all of their starters. So we'll see how this... the Chargers are going to be sitting all their starters, so the Broncos should have a pretty easy way through this one to get to the 1 seed. That's all they got to do is win. And they've got the 1 seed. Chiefs are at the Raiders. Cardinals are at the Rams. Commanders at the Eagles. And then Sunday Night Football for the AFC North. It's the Ravens at the Steelers. That's what it comes all down to from there. All right, in the AFC, 2 divisions have been clinched. The AFC West and the AFC East. The Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots both sit at 13-3. If both win this weekend, Denver's the 1 seed. They win by the tiebreaker over New England based on best winning percentage in common games. So the 3 seed right now is the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're at 12-4. And then the winner of Pittsburgh and Baltimore is going to be the 4 seed. And they'll represent the AFC North. Now, your other 3 teams to get in right now would be the Houston Texans at 5. The Chargers with a loss and a Bills win would flip-flop their positions. Meaning that if everything plays out the way it is, the Chargers would go to New England in a wild card round, and Buffalo would go to Jacksonville. Then you would end up with the Houston Texans playing the winner of the AFC North, so either the Steelers or the Ravens in that first round. And then we shift as we go into the divisional round. That's when Denver would come back in, as they would get the bye week from there. In the NFC, right now, the Seattle Seahawks are the 1. The Bears are the 2. They are tied with Philadelphia at the same record of 11-5, but they win the tiebreaker over Philadelphia based on a head-to-head winning percentage. So the Eagles are the 3rd position. The Carolina Panthers for the NFC South, still with some stuff to go that's possible, I guess. because you've got Tampa Bay that could get to 8-9. If Carolina loses, they would be at 8-9, and you'd still have some shuffling that could go on from there. Then your wild cards below that would be San Francisco, the Los Angeles Rams, and the Green Bay Packers at 5, 6, and 7. So if everything stays the way it is right now, Green Bay will go to Chicago, the Rams would go to Philadelphia, and the 49ers would go to Carolina. Which, you're talking about a possibility here of, depending on Carolina, or if for some reason Tampa Bay would get in, you're looking at a team with a losing record that's going to play host to a 12-13 win wildcard team, which is absurd. But we've seen it happen before. There is no losing records going to happen in the AFC, but in the NFC, it is certainly a possibility as we play out the final week of the regular season. All right, let's take our final break. We come back with some Border Sporting Goods rant of the week as we continue our coverage here on Across the Line on the Total Media Sports Network.
Tired of gas prices draining your wallet faster than your tank?
Download the Clark's Pump and Shop Rewards app. Earn discounts on gas, breakfast sandwiches, drinks, and more.
Fuel up, snack up, save up with Clark's Rewards. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel. My place for the game?
Zach, you never have food.
I'm going to Clark's Pump and Shop. I'm loading up on crispy crunchy chicken, Hanger 54 pizza, and chips.
Well then, I'm in. And way to support the family business.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Tax season is here, and Borders Sporting Goods has the best deals available for the avid hunting enthusiast, no matter the need. Borders offers Hoyt and Matthews bows as well as 10-point crossbows with a variety of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with Benchmade and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe, with layaway and delivery options available. Stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family, because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more.
800-215-2418. 800-215-2418. 800-215-2418. That's 800-215-2418.
And this is a Fox News alert. I'm Paul Stevens. The leader of Venezuela has been captured.
President Trump confirms the U.S. military carried out a large-scale strike in Venezuela early Saturday morning and captured the country's president, Nicolas Maduro. In a social media post, the president says Maduro and his wife were flown out of the country. Maduro was indicted by the Justice Department in 2020 as part of a narco-terrorism conspiracy. President Trump has announced a news conference later today at Mar-a-Lago. He has threatened land strikes on Venezuela for months amid a pressure campaign that has seen dozens of alleged drug trafficking boats hit in U.S. strikes in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific. Venezuela's government calls the strikes a flagrant violation of the United Nations Charter, accusing the U.S. of trying to seize oil and minerals. In Washington, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
America is listening to Fox News.
More great country music from the legends coming up right after Across the Line with James Collier, right here on 105.7 WLGC.
Back on Across the Line on the Total Media Sports Network. Time for the Border Sporting Goods Rant of the Week. Border Sporting Goods US 60 in Cannonsburgh for all your hunting and fishing needs, as well as those Liberty gun safes. See Brad in the game. They'll get you all squared away. Of course, it is tax season coming up. Those tax rebates are going to start rolling through very quickly, and before we know it, springtime will be here. So if you're looking for the best bang for your buck for whatever it may be, whether you're getting ready for spring fishing season, didn't get something you wanted for Christmas, maybe you're looking at making that investment in one of those Liberty gun safes, they'll have all kinds of sales and rebates going on. Go see Brad and the gang out there. They'll get you all squared away. Not a lot this week, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just not feeling it this week. It's been a rough last couple of weeks, and it's just not there, and I'm not going to force something in there. So I don't know. Maybe something will come and soon, and I just don't know. It's just not there right now. But either way, go take care of Brad and them out there. They'll get you all squared away. That's it for me. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you next week here on Across the Line on Total Media Sports Network.
You've been listening to Across the Line with James Collier on 105.7 WLGC FM and the Total Media Sports Network. Tune in each Saturday morning beginning at 10 for the latest news and analysis from inside the Octagon of Sports on 105.7 WLGC FM, Green Ashland, and the Total Media Sports Network.